Hey everyone, welcome back to Cracking the GRE Math Subject Test. We're on the Precalculus chapter. This is our first question. I'll show you two ways to solve this problem. We're asked to find the roots of the equation, or the sum of the roots of this equation. Just remember that the roots of an equation are just the solutions. Well, one way is to solve it by inspection and trial and error. The other way is to actually solve it algebraically. So if we inspect the equation, we notice that x has to be greater than 1, otherwise we'll have a negative number inside the first square root. So we already know that the number has to be 1 or 2 or 3. The solution has to be greater than or equal to 1. Also, since we're given as our answer choices 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, we know that x can't be greater than 5 because the sum of the two roots has to be at most 6. So if x has to be between 1 and 5. Well, we can just check. There's only 5 things to check here. So let's see. 1 gives us 1. 1 minus 1 is 1, or 0. Square root of 0 is 0. Plus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal to x equals 1. So yeah, 1 works. 2 gives us 1 plus square root of 3 equals 2. That's no good. 3 gives us root 2 plus root 5 equals 3. That's also no good. 4 gives us root 3 plus root 7 equals 4. No good. And 5 gives us 2 plus 3 equals 5, which also works. So the two roots are 1 and 5, whose sum is 6. So we know that the answer is E, 6. So now I'll show you another way to solve this problem, actually solving it algebraically. So let's write it out here. If we can rewrite this equation as square root of x minus 1 is equal to x minus square root of 2x minus 1. So if we square both sides, we'll get x minus 1 equals x squared minus 2x square root 2x minus 1 plus the square of root 2x minus 1 is just 2x minus 1. So now let's simplify this. If we'll bring the x squared term, the 2x and the minus 1 and this x and this minus 1 all to one side, we'll get x squared plus 2x minus x will just give us plus x, and the minus 1's cancel out. And all of this, is going to equal 2x square root 2x minus 1. Now, since we know that x can't be 0, we said that already, then we can actually divide all the way through by x. That'll simplify it a little bit. So this cancels out. And we get x plus 1 equals 2 times the square root of 2x minus 1. Now if we square both sides, we'll get x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 2 times 2x minus 1. So that's going to be 4x minus 4x, 2 times 2x minus 1, 4x minus, oh sorry, this gets squared, so it's going to be 4 times 2 is actually 8x. Let me write that again. 8x minus 4. Now if we bring everything over to the left side, we'll get x squared plus 2x minus 8x is minus 6x plus 1 plus 4 is plus 5. all of that equals 0. And then if we factor this, we'll get x and x minus 5 and minus 1, which means that x is equal to 5 or 1, and that's the same answer we got before, whose sum is 6.